Walt Disney Studios has produced classic and beloved animated movies like Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, Lion King, Aladdin, and many more. They've been a part of all of our childhoods and have taught us to dream big and aim for the stars. But what's the actual reason behind producing and exposing young kids to the messages behind these films? Let's find out in today's video. First up, the man behind the mouse, Walt Disney. For almost an entire century, the name Walt Disney has been equated with animated films, television shows, and children-friendly theme parks. It's almost easy to forget that at one time, the name referred to an actual person. He became a beloved animator, director, screenwriter, producer, and voice actor who brought many of our favorite fairy tales to life. More than a few of his creations, including Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and Donald Duck, are recognizable global icons today. He was completely devoted to providing children all around the world with loads of entertaining materials and activities, helping them to develop their imagination and enrich their knowledge with numerous facts from the past, present, and everyday life. Although a master of fiction, it's safe to say that the stories created had many realistic elements. Disney's message and its impact on kids. Disney films have always combined entertainment with life lessons about love, friendship, death, loss, good versus evil, and the importance of family. Together with the incredible classics, we've traveled to many wonderful places, learned how to love, be our authentic selves, and to help our friends in times of trouble. That's why Disney made all these stories and lore with deep and meaningful messages to remind us of their morals in order to make us become better humans who believe that good will always win over evil. It's true that children don't watch and experience movies the way adults do. They just enjoy their favorite characters without seeking any hidden messages and symbols. It turns out, animated movies can serve as valuable tools for parents and counselors alike to improve communication with the younger generation about tough issues. Yeah, they're that meaningful. Backed by science. According to a study by the University of Houston Graduate School of Social Work, published in the Child and Adolescent Social Work Journal, talking about these important issues together can strengthen a child's cognitive and behavioral development. Researchers analyzed 155 feature-length animated Disney films released between 1937 and 2020 and found that the majority do not focus on an entire family unit. 63% of these movies did not mention the main character's biological parents in the storyline, perhaps leaving some children to wonder why their parents are not there to help. According to the study, parents have become notably more visible in Disney films over the last decade. Almost 75% of the films shared the message about self-love, whereas 27% focused on morality and social values. The study's lead author, Monette Chung, who is also a Mary R. Lewis Endowed Professor in Children and Youth, spoke of how parents could hear potential questions kids may ask if they are distressed about a situation faced by child characters, based on examples generated from these movies. Disney films can also teach children about unfair situations in society and acceptance of racial, religious, ethnic, cultural, and other differences. The study even provided a table of the Disney films and their themes to help parents decide which movie was most relevant based on the developmental age of their child or what problems their children were facing. Chung was also joined in the study by co-authors Yuju Wang, a UH doctoral student, and Carol A. Lung, an assistant professor in the Department of Social Work at Azusa Pacific University. Lung used the scene between Scar and Mufasa in the classic film The Lion King as an example to discuss the meanings of conflict, death, and grief. She spoke of how Disney doesn't really talk in depth about a family member, such as a parent or a sibling dying. This leaves room for parents to discuss the topic with their child, bringing the characters as conversation starters into the therapy session, just to have children understand these concepts. She further explained how it's also a way for the children to connect and build rapport with the social worker. Modern-day Disney projects. Keeping up with their tradition, Disney has gripped the current youth as well. They've been adapting to the fast-changing, ever-evolving world by creating unique and innovative stories to keep the current generation immersed. Some of their newest ventures include Pixar and Disney+. They've even collaborated with popular franchises like Star Wars and Marvel, but the moral implications and child-friendly content remains consistent as ever. The researchers pointed out how Disney movies nowadays illustrate families as more diverse, potentially leading to a better understanding and respect for cultural differences. And not only family, but the concept of love in Disney movies has also evolved. Early Disney films focused on love within romantic relationships, but recent ones such as Frozen focus more on the power of love between family and siblings. It's a significant change in how love can be very diverse and how people apply love to their social relationships, not only with their parents or siblings, but also to their relationships with friends and other people in their life. These movies could be used as materials to open up a parent-child conversation, nourishing children's minds and broadening their horizons of life. Children don't analyze, they simply believe in magic. Sad endings of some of the movies have more of a moral influence on kids' lives than we think, and so these cartoons remain an incredible source of children's happiness, relaxation, and knowledge. And now, here are 5 of our favorite life lessons we took away from famous Disney movies. Malicious intent from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. We all know how the evil queen plotted against Snow White by giving her the poison apple. Moral of this story, don't talk to strangers and receive anything from them. This lesson is absolutely applicable in today's modern world, where the poisonous apple stands for drugs, alcohol, nicotine, various addictive substances, and dangers that children need to be aware of. In addition, the evil queen represents arrogance and vanity, whereas Snow White represents the part of the child trying to overcome this unwanted quality. And finally, the defeat of the queen represents the victory of positive forces of self over the negative ones. 101 Dalmatians and Furry Love. Whether it's the book, the TV series, or the cartoon, the moral of 101 Dalmatians has remained the same. Animals deserve our deep love and adoration. This story is pretty familiar. The 2 Dalmatians have their puppies stolen by the wicked Cruella de Vil. They then set off on an epic journey across South England to rescue the pups, meeting a wide variety of help along the way, including dogs, cats, cows, a 2-year-old boy, and a fragile old man. The world of the animals is perfect, and they were all ready to help each other when needed. And humans should be no different. Inner Beauty by Beauty and the Beast. The movie teaches us not to judge people based on their physical appearance and first impressions. True beauty definitely comes from within, and it's about being kind to others, and not only thinking about yourself. The inner beauty of the Beast is uncovered through patience, love, and sacrifice. In addition, Belle's insatiable appetite for knowledge and her love for books inspires us to learn something new every day and to read even more. Pocahontas and Ending Prejudices. Fighting for her right to be with the man she desires, Pocahontas shows us that true love is colorblind and without any prejudice. When Pocahontas saves her beloved captain from her cruel father, the selfless act proves that love transcends all cultures, religions, races, and family backgrounds. In the end, her dad is touched by her daughter's love and sets the captain free. Working for what you want with Aladdin. The lesson we've learned from this dazzling film is not all our wishes come true. The universe is not a magical genie. Just wanting, wishing, and asking won't make everything magically happen. We can attract anything we want and overcome any obstacle life throws at us. But it just won't happen by rubbing a mere lamp. If we truly want to achieve something, we've got to work for it. So stop wishing and start doing. So what's the ultimate takeaway? It's true that life can be hard sometimes. That's a given. However, the message Disney is trying to send us is not about despair. It's about light at the end of every tunnel, often appearing when we least expect it. Therefore, a big thanks to the magician and his vivid animated movies that enabled the truth of life. Moral values and messages reach several generations of little souls. If we just know how to dream, we can make all of them come true. Regardless of age, the fact is that most of us will always be craving for that Disney magic. As the man behind the mouse famously said, adults are only kids grown up. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the reasoning and message behind Disney films? What's your takeaway from these movies? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.